light bulb goes off in his head. He's like, man, what if people were actually willing to pay for my notes? Right? Like, oh, okay, so I write these notes, and I'm going to charge somebody to pay for my notes. Right? Most likely in college, I was sharing notes. I didn't have any money to pay for them, let alone this guy comes out and says, hey, I'm going to read these books, one a week, create philosopher notes, well written, by the way, and sell them to you. Just give them to you as a PDF downloadable format to where you can pay $10 a month to receive as many as you want. You know, you can go download all 400 if you will, but I'm going to come up with another 4 next month that you're really going to love. And so I've been a member ever since, and I started looking back at like how many members he's grown to, and I believe, now get this, is going to be mind-blowing, but I believe this guy has now over 40,000 people at $10 a month. That's amazing. That's amazing. 40,000 people at $10 a month. What would you do with that type of cash, right? I believe that's 400 grand, right? $400,000 a month right there. So he's getting paid. So let's put that in perspective. He's getting paid to not only read books that he loves, right? He loves reading that stuff, but he's getting paid to create a 6-page philosopher notes, 4 a month. I don't even know if he does 4. He might even do like 2 now, just because he has such a library of these philosopher notes. And he does a 20-minute video. So here's a man that went out, read books that he's already reading, right? He's already doing this. So it's not something he went out and did again or does new or added on to his life. He's already reading these books. And then he's creating notes. I take notes, just like you guys take notes. So he's taking notes on these books, and he has these epiphanies. He says, hey, what if someone will pay to read what I am writing at $10 a month? And over that time span, he's collected 40,000 people who are willing to pay him $10 a month, resulting in $400,000 a month in recurring, which turns into $4.8 million a year that are paying him to read books that he loves to read. How cool is that right there, my friends? So let me tell you my next thing. So this gives me a big epiphany, right? Brian Johnson, like, holy smokes, this dude is reading books. How can I go read books, right, and get paid for it? But I was like, well, I'm not a really good philosopher note taker like Brian is. So I said, what am I currently doing in my daily tasks that I just do for fun that maybe someone would be willing to pay me to do? And that's where epiphany number 2 came in. So as you see, I'm kind of going along these years of seeing how people are making money following their passion, following what they love to do. What I love to do? Well, I love shipping products from China. I love taking that product and selling it across the nation, across the world, building platforms and offers and funnels to be able to sell to those nations from right where we sit, right from the laptop lifestyle. So anyways, in the means of all this other stuff that I do, one cool thing that I do every single month is I do my due diligence to go out and hack other people that have great offers. So we go out and find offers that are killing it on social media platforms, YouTube, Google Display, Facebook, Instagram, that are really running a lot of traffic, has a lot of views to their videos or has a lot of comments and shares on their posts. And then what we do is we go and click that link, we buy the product, we record the screens, so we record their upsells, their downsells, their thank you pages, and I'm just doing this, right? Just through the week, through the months of working and just applying this and doing my due diligence just to see like, hey, what's kind of new in the world of funnels? What's new in the world of offers? How are people putting their headlines at the top? How are people creating their sales pages? How are people doing their upsells and their downsells? And what are they putting on the thank you pages? Like these are all questions that I have to see if anybody's coming up with new ideas and allow me to kind of rethink of how we do our own offers. So that's exactly what we do. We go out, we pay for these offers, and then I was collecting, I screen record them, which means I record my screen, allowing me to go and rewatch the funnel process. And then at that point of time, what I do is I put them in a database. I put these videos in a whole database, and I can go back to them anytime I want. And over the course of now 2 years, I think we've recorded over 120 funnels that we've actually hacked. And that's where the big epiphany came in, exactly when I saw Brian Johnson doing the book thing. I said, what if someone is willing to pay me to go through these funnels? You see, it'd be a very easy selling point because I'm paying $100 to $200 a month in funnel hacking. And if you would just be willing to pay me $10 a month, I'll give you access to all the videos. Boom, light bulb, right? So I build the sales page out. I call it the Trey Lewellen Masterclass. I give them access to these videos that I go and hack on my leisure that I'm already doing. I'm already spending the money to do so. And I'm just seeing if there's anybody else willing to pay me 10 to 20 bucks a month to see the same videos. And sure enough, there was. Now, in the last 6 to 7 months, we've gained over 1,000 people that are willing to pay us $10 a month. That's $10,000 a month that we're gaining from doing something that we already did, right? So I'm following a passion that I have, and I'm getting paid to do it. So now, instead of instead of me going out and paying for these funnels, other people are paying me to do what I'm already doing, or they're paying me to do what I love to do. Does that make sense? Isn't that cool? So that's what's so neat. So to recap on that, so how I ended up making $10,000 a month was I went out and I did something that I was already doing. Meaning, I went out and I offered a service that I was already doing on a daily basis that I was passionate about, and asked if someone was willing to pay me to keep doing that service that I love to do. And sure enough, they did, which allowed me to collect $10 a month from each person. 1,000 people raised their hand and say, yes, I'm in. And over that course of time, it comes in $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 that's added to my income stream just for doing something that I'm in love of doing. How awesome is that? So that's how we do it, right? That's how we created this masterclass. That's how we started, realizing that you can follow your passion and get paid to do it. So my question is what is your passion? Put in the comments if you're watching on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook right now, what is your passion? What do you love to do every single day? What do you find that you're so what would you say? So involved in, right? Like you're so focused in it that you just love doing it. Is it scrolling through Facebook? Is it listening to podcasts? Is it reading books? Is it going fishing? Right now, a lot of people are deer hunting. So what is it that you love to actually do? And if you could get paid to do it, that would change your life forever. And that's what we're talking about here today, is how to get paid to do something that you absolutely love doing. And that's what I want you guys to think, is when you're going into the office, right? When you go into work, or when you're going into your own business, maybe you're the CEO of a company, ask yourself, when you walk through that front door, is this something that I really love doing? Am I passionate about this? Do I enjoy doing it? Do I wake up with excitement and energy and ready to go take over the world because I'm following my passion? Or is it the exact opposite, right? Is it a mundane job where you work for somebody and they're yelling at you every single day, right? And you're driving through the rain and through the snow and you can't even get to work because, who knows, inclement weather, and you can't work at home because they demand that you work there, and all these things that really, bug you, right? Is that following your passion? Is that what you're truly passionate about? Or is it not? My next question is this, is what are you willing to do? Are you willing to make sacrifices? So let's say you make $100,000 a year, right? But the job you're in, you hate. So would you be willing to do something for $50,000 a year, but be in a place of happiness, right? Be in love with what you do. Because here's the cool thing, and here's what I know, is when you follow your passion, the money flows. And that's what's really cool about it, is because you're so passionate about it, you're so in love with what you're doing, you don't care about the money, right? The money just starts to come in because you start to give so much that the receiving end starts to apply too. So that's what we're talking about today on Marketing Mondays. I appreciate you being on here. So basically, if you could do one thing for the rest of your life and get paid to do that one thing, what would that be? That's the question you need to ask yourself. If you could get paid to do one thing for the rest of your life, what would that be? That is the question you're asking yourself today, because that right there, my friends, will change the trajectory of your life from here on out.